Ranked. Premier League net spend. Arsenal top summer list ahead of Man United with huge expenditure. Chelsea make major profit and Aston Villa savvy after £100 million jack. The summer transfer window is now over and any fears it would be a quiet market were blown out of the water. Clubs in the Premier League went all out to strengthen the squads for the 2021-22 campaign. Romelu Lukaku cost £97.5 million as Chelsea signed him from Inter Milan. Romelu Lukaku cost £97.5 million as Chelsea signed him from Inter Milan. Some have spent money with real freedom, while others have been a little bit more pragmatic and counted the spending by offloading players for substantial sums in order to fund the sprees in a more sustainable manner. So which Premier League clubs had the best and worst net spend this summer? TalkSport has ranked the 20 clubs based on who has the highest net spend, according to football transfer website transfermarkt.co.uk. 20. Chelsea profit of £37.12 million. Chelsea shelled out £97.5 million to bring Lukaku back and he netted on his debut versus Arsenal. It's remarkable considering how much money was spent on Romelu Lukaku, but Chelsea made a major profit this summer. The spending was massively offset by the sales of Tammy Abraham, Kurt Zouma, David Zappacosta, Fikayo Tomori, Victor Moses and Olivier Giroud. Even sales of the youth players brought in a massive £35 million. 19. Aston Villa profit of £19.26 million. Big things are hoped for new signing Buendia at Villa after he starred at Norwich last season in the Championship. Dean Smith's side have made some big signings such as Ashley Young, Danny Ings, Emi Buendia and Leon Bailey, which cost them a significant amount. However, when you sell players including Jack Grealish's £100 million move to Manchester City, it's easy to see why the club's net spend is so low. To sign some quality players and then make such a healthy profit should be highly commended. 18. Southampton profit of £17.45 million. Former Newcastle Academy ace Adam Armstrong starred in the Championship with Blackburn last season. Southampton have been busy this summer after adding Adam Armstrong, Romain Perraud, Lionco and Valentino Livramento to the club, however this has been offset by their outgoings. Angus Gunn, Mario Lemina, Yannick Vestergaard and of course, Danny Ings have all left the club, which has ensured that the club have made a tidy profit in the transfer market. 17. Everton profit of £5.2 million. Gray joined the Toffees for £1.5 million from Bayer Leverkusen and he got his first goal for the club against Leeds. Everton have made more than they've spent this summer, but only just. Cut price deals for Demarai Gray, Andros Townsend, Asmir Begovic and Andy Lonergan have meant that spending has been kept to a minimum. They then secured a hefty loan fee for Moise Kean's move to Juventus. 16. Brighton profit of £4.95 million. Potter's Brighton kept the spending low this summer. While Graham Potter's side have moved to sign Enoch Mwepu and Kjell Sherpen, the club are very much in the green thanks to the sale of Ben White to Arsenal. Making money in the transfer market is all well and good, but only if the team are able to progress with performances on the pitch. 15. Wolves profit of £4.68 million. Wolves did some savvy business this summer. Wolves had a quiet transfer window in terms of big money moves but did do some savvy business. Rafa Mir and Rio Patricio left for £25 million with Ryan Ait-Nouri, Jose S.A. and Yerson Mosquera coming in. 14. Watford net spend of £3.83 million. Emmanuel Dennis was one of two Watford stars to net on their Premier League debut. The newly promoted side have taken a cautious approach to life in the transfer market this summer. Imran Louza, Emmanuel Dennis and Moussa Sissoko have all cost money, but the likes of Ashley Fletcher, Josh King and Danny Rose arrived for nothing. Will Hughes, Craig Dawson and Ben Wilmot were all sold on to mean that the Hornets' outlay this summer has been limited. 13. Liverpool net spend of £6.8 million. Ibrahima Konate. Jurgen Klopp's side spent big on Ibrahima Konate but have been quiet by modern standards this summer. Xherdan Shaqiri, Harry Wilson and Taiwo Awoniyi have left, which has meant that it's been a shrewd summer for the title hopefuls. 12. Burnley, net spend of £20.34 million. The Burnley boss really lifted the mood with his press conferences during the doom and gloom of a global pandemic. The signings of Maxwell Cornet and Nathan Collins cost a substantial amount as Sean Dyche looks to the future with his signings. However, they did recoup some of those funds as they sold Ben Gibson to Norwich City. 11. Norwich City, net spend of £24.98 million. Norwich boss Daniel Farke. Daniel Farke's side have been very busy since securing promotion to the Premier League and have brought in a host of new faces to Carrow Road. While these deals have cost a substantial amount, they did recoup a large fee for Emi Buendia after selling their former talisman to Aston Villa. 10. Newcastle United, net spend of £26.46 million. Willock completed a £25 million move to Newcastle after an impressive loan spell. St James Park is a volatile place to be at the moment, with supporters unhappy at the lack of investment in the playing squad and the poor leadership of the team. Joe Willock's pricey move from Arsenal is the only money that changed hands. 9. Tottenham Hotspur, net spend of £30.78 million. Tottenham signed Bryan Gil this summer. Harry Kane was the talk of the summer and keeping him was a massive coup. Emerson Royal, Bryan Gil and Pape Sarr have joined the club for significant fees, but the departures of Juan Foyth, Toby Alderweireld, Joe Hart and Moussa Sissoko has ensured that the net spend is fairly low. 8. Brentford, net spend of £34.38 million. Brentford, managed by Thomas Frank, do things differently and will not care what others think. They say you need to invest if you're to stand any chance of surviving the drop after promotion, and Brentford have taken that advice on board. Christopher Adja, Frank Onyeka and Jon Wissa have been the club's headline additions. 7. Leicester City, net spend of £49.14 million. New £23 million striker Patson Daka has already opened his Leicester account during pre-season. Brendan Rodgers' side have genuine hopes of nailing down a top 4 spot in the Premier League and have looked to improve their ranks this summer. Patson Daka, Boubakary Soumaire and Yannick Vestergaard all cost 7-figure sums. 6. Leeds United, net spend of £54.7 million. Daniel James left Manchester United for Leeds on deadline day. Marcelo Bielsa finally got his man on deadline day when Dan James arrived from Manchester United. Junior Firpo, Jack Harrison and Christopher Klesson have also come on board. 5. West Ham United, net spend of £64 million. Hammers boss Moyes swooped to sign Zoma from Chelsea. West Ham United hadn't spent much until the last couple of days when they signed Kurt Zouma from Chelsea and Nikola Vlasic from CSKA Moscow. The Hammers have also shelled out on loan fees for Alex Kral and Alphonse Areola. 4. Crystal Palace, net spend of £66.09 million. Patrick Vieira takes charge of Palace this season. Patrick Vieira was always going to want to make an impact after taking charge at Selhurst Park, and he's certainly done that. Mark Gehi, Joachim Andersen, Odsonne Edouard, Michael Elias and Will Hughes have all joined the club. 3. Manchester City, net spend of £73.83 million. Jack Grealish joined Man City for £100 million this summer. A £100 million deal to sign Jack Grealish was always going to mean that Manchester City had one of the highest net spends in the Premier League. However, with Angelino, Jack Harrison and Lucas Nmeka all moving on for substantial fees, it meant that the club were able to offset a certain amount of that spend. 2. Manchester United, net spend of £99.81 million. United fans can't wait to have Ronaldo back. Manchester United have gone big again this summer. Deals to sign Jadon Sancho and Rafael Varane have both been hugely expensive deals to do, while Cristiano Ronaldo also returned for around £20 million. Dan James' exit secured some cash coming in, but supporters will be hoping that their expense can move them closer to the Premier League title. 1. Arsenal, net spend of £121.23 million. Arsenal's £50 million signing Ben White was not available for the game against Chelsea or Man City. Arsenal will have a lot to answer more if they don't have a successful season after securing the biggest net spend in the league this summer. Ben White, Martin Odegaard, Aaron Ramsdale, Takahiro Tomiyasu, Albert Sambi Lakonga and Nuno Tavares cost the club a huge amount of money. Mikel Arteta needs his major investment to come off. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel for up-to-date news from all around the globe. Thanks for watching. It was latest football news daily. Have a nice one, and see you in a bit.